Hello, my brothers and sisters in our Lord Jesus Christ. My name is Father Joe, and I'm a priest at St. Joseph's Church in Elko, Nevada. I want to reflect upon our gospel today. Now, to give a little bit of context, we skipped a little bit of the gospel from last week to this week, specifically the John the Baptist story. Jesus and his disciples go out and are baptizing. John the Baptist is told this by his disciples. And then we have the great line from the Baptist, I must decrease and he must increase. What follows after that is our gospel today, and it's unclear whether or not St. John the Baptist is speaking or if St. John the Evangelist is inserting a little bit of narrative here. But most of the church fathers said that this was, in fact, John the Baptist who was continuing his speech. And I think that's a useful thing to think about because if that is the case, our gospel becomes a discourse on humility. John Chrysostom points this out, saying that as John is speaking to his apostles, he's reminding them of their origin, that we are purely human, that we are earthly, and that Christ is heavenly. And so our ministry was always going to pass away and lead to Christ because he is the one who has come down from heaven. And so I thought that was a useful thing to think about, that we should be looking for Christ. And anything that we are able to say truly, as St. Augustine says, is from Christ, so that we could reiterate the words of St. Paul, it is no longer I, but Christ who lives in me. I want to add another thing on as well, this conversation about condemnation as well as belief. Most of the church fathers will point to this being something absolutely essential to remember, that it is through Christ that we are saved, that there is no other name through which we can enter into heaven. However, they also point out that we can't fall into complacency, but that we must continue to act. And so Venerable Bede, as well as St. John Chrysostom, will say that we must perform the works of faith, that faith without deeds is dead. Chrysostom goes so far as to point out Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew, in which is said, not everyone who comes to me and says, Lord, Lord, will be saved. That our lives must conform with our belief, that our actions must conform with our faith. With that, I'm going to end my reflection for today. Stay safe, my brothers and sisters, and may God bless and keep you.